Bolton recovering from intense flooding that hit this town in Caledon over the weekend. Dozens of homes had to be evacuated, forcing over 100 people to seek shelter elsewhere. Thankfully today, much better scene along the main street here. The water has receded and things are returning to normal. I'm Audra Brown along the banks of that Humber River, and although the streets are dry today, and as you can see, the river water levels are much lower, the homeowners that were affected by this flood are now left to deal with their damaged belongings and their water-soaked basements. One owner did take us for a tour of his basement today and told us what it was like when this river overtook the town.
If you look in the backyard, it was really low. But then as it came from underneath the fence and worked its way out towards us, and in the matter of 15 minutes, it had already risen 2 feet. And then you could see it was slowly starting to go down the stairs. It's unfathomable. You can't explain it to nobody. It was exactly like a movie. It rose so fast that when you were trying to gather all your stuff together, you're trying to go through your head like, what's worth it? Is this worth it? It smells like fish. It smells like you're standing right beside a riverbank.
This year has been an extremely cold winter. We didn't have the freeze and thaws like we do most winters, and it's kind of an old-fashioned winter, so the ice is extremely thick and extremely hard, so this is why we're having the issues that we are. About 23 homes were impacted by the water, and I think about 11 are not inhabitable right at the moment, just getting the basements cleaned out. I think we're down, I said 11, maybe we're down to 9, but as we go, hopefully in the next couple of days, we'll get everybody back to their homes.
Some of the residents that we were talking to said they thought some of the water had come up through the the water table in through their drains in the house rather than the flooding. What can be done by the town for that?
Well, as we're updating, these are older homes so that don't have the backup valves, so that yes, that's what happened was the storm sewers then became submerged, and then all of a sudden the water started pumping back through the basements. It wasn't really coming in off their private property as much as it was coming up out of the ground. And some of the older homes are the flagstone walls as well, so where the water comes in and can go out, and yes, the saturation is what caused a lot of the flooding.
And you can see these huge mounds of ice that were left behind and just how thick that ice is. That is, of course, why it all jammed up here when it was trying to pass through. Now, the mayor says it will be a few days before all of the damage is assessed. And, of course, they will continue to monitor the ice flow through the river here in Bolton in hopes of preventing any possible future flooding.